Welcome to week 2 of Ray's Tech Tips. Let's go see what he is up to. Hey Ray, what are you doing?
Well, I'm T-molding.
T-molding, what's that?
You're driving games. It's a finish molding that goes on end of the plywood of video games, and very few pinballs, although there are some. That's Stern over there, the new Metallica. He's using T-molding on the head. There's chrome on the back box. So the T-molding is used here and there, but mostly it's reserved for video games. And there are a lot of different kinds. There's different colors. There's yellow, reds, whites. And you've got the standard width is 3/4 inch. Then they also make 5/8 and textured black.
Nice.
And then they make smooth black for certain video games and other devices. So there's a broad range of products available. It helps tune up the appearance of a game. If you look at the edge of some of these, the chrome's peeling off and it's just poor.
Oh yeah.
It's worn. So for just a few dollars, it's a good cosmetic tune-up.
Awesome.
There's a groove cut into the wood that is a receiver for the T-molding. It's called T-molding because it has a T shape to it. And this blue is the protective film on the chrome type T-molding.
Okay.
It gets peeled off after you put it on. Most T-moldings do this when you first fit them. They don't set in the groove that it's cut because the T-molding isn't made the same width for the receiver groove as the old stuff. So you might notice when you pull the old stuff off, it'll be tight, this stuff won't, so you have to use a hot glue gun to reattach. Yeah.
So that's what I'm smelling.
Yeah. The other thing you have to do is when you turn corners, you have to make a few cuts in it to help the curve, so it goes on the curve nice. General curves like this you won't have to, but any 90-degree curves, you've got to take a pair of side cutters and you got to make a couple V-cuts. Depending on how sharp the curve is, you got to make 2 or 3 V-cuts so that when the T-molding bends, it bends at a nice gentle curve. Of course, the wood will help hold that.
Awesome.
So really you just want to hot glue in the groove about maybe a working length would be 6-8 inches. You don't want to go too far because the glue will harden. And you just set it in there and it helps go around the curve. And because the T-molding is cold and the glue's hot, when the T-molding goes onto the wood, it starts cooling off and hardening, and when the T-molding goes into the groove, it finishes and it hardens real quick.
Nice.
So you don't want to go ahead or it won't work and you have to pull the hot glue out. So as you go along, and the purpose of the hot glue is to hold the T-molding in place. You don't have to do anything except the receiver groove. So you don't want to be doing the flat part of the cabinet. You just do the receiver groove and then just work it along. If you were using T-molding that actually fit in the grooves, you'd just use a little jeweler's hammer or rubber hammer to tap on it to seat it. But since this fits so loose, you don't need this. But normal T-molding process, you need a hammer to get it in. You can't press it in by hand.
Gotcha.
And that'll give you the smooth effect. And you don't want to hit it hard or you're going to have divots in it. The purpose of the thing is to look smooth and clean. Yeah. And then of course the chrome, when you're done, you peel off the blue shipping coating and you get this.
Nice.
And that's going to
Isn't that sharp?
Yeah, that'll look far superior to what was on here. And you can do one machine for probably $40 or so, plus your labor.
Not bad at all.
So it's relatively cheap.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that includes the entire length. It comes in 25-foot lengths. The regular black or other colors come in 250-foot rolls. and that's the cheapest way to buy it. That goes down to way lower.
So where could you get something like that?
You get it at Arcade Shop.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's in Moultrie, Georgia. It's on the website arcadeshop.com. He's one of the suppliers for it. There are a lot of others, but he's the most popular, as he has probably a dozen or more colors.
Awesome.
And widths. Some of your Nintendo games use 5/8, the small stuff. You can get that there. And he sells kits. He'll sell a kit that they pre-measure it, and he'll know just what you don't have to buy a whole roll. You can buy a kit for your game, and that's even less yet.
Nice.
That's this week's tech tip, and I think it does a nice job for games.
Great, thank you, Ray.
That a homeowner can do.
Awesome. So what's on the list for next week?
Well, next week we'll probably go back and do some pinball tech tips.
Oh, cool.
We'll cover one that starts from the line cord in. We did the first of. We'll probably go into the Bally specific transformer rectifier board.
Awesome, can't wait. Thank you, Ray.
That'll tie into the line cord thing that we did, so people can see what that process is supposed to be. That's the next step into one of those old games.
Cool. So when are these going to be done?
These should be done shortly. Cosmetic work is almost done. I have one board to put in here for the steering wheel control, and I fixed the motor. The magnet came loose. Other than that, the computers are done, as you can see. This will be the last cosmetic touch. So probably I'd say in an upcoming week or two.
Awesome.
We did more than we're planning to do on these to make them a little nicer, because they had a good start. They were a route neglected piece. So we were making them a little nicer for a homeowner that wants something nice, you know, not just a auction type quality game.
Right.
And then people do not do this type of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, stay tuned. A week or two, we'll probably film these. We'll see you. Take care.
New England.
Choose transmission.
Automatic.
So Melanie, do you actually do any work here?
I mostly just play games. I do some work.
350Z.
Choose upgrade.
Nitrous.
Are we going to get an example of how you actually drive?
No. You'd be really scared to drive anywhere near me.
She's not kidding, by the way.
Ready, set, go!
Pretty good at this, right?
Of course, yeah, it's hard to be good early in the game.
not.
Probably not anymore. I try.
Put your name up there.
Me?
Sure. Here it comes.
What's your name?
How do I go up?
Left. Left. Turn left. Uh-oh.
How do I select? Press gas to choose. Oh, and Sweet!
Oh. Were those other people working too, or what? See everybody next week.
Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Want to know what's coming next? Go like us on Facebook right now. You can keep up to date with all of us here at the shop and what we've been up to. Thank you for watching.
Join the circus.